Hey guys, what's up? It's Deniz from Deniz World of Bodybuilding. I wish you a great week. It's Monday, start of a new week, and today I want to talk about Heath. Like we all know, the Mr. Olympia is coming, so I think it's a great time period to do more videos. And today I want to talk about something different than the muscular development of Heath and his chances. Speaking of his body composition. Because everybody does this. But what I really think is, and I really do think so, I would like to talk with him about that he feels like he doesn't get acknowledged enough for his achievements in bodybuilding. He's 7 times Mr. Olympia and 7 consecutive times, and he doesn't get acknowledged for that enough. People only talk about other people who are going to beat him, okay, this year. And then they say this for the last 7 years since he's on top. So back then it was Kai, now it is Big Brahmi for the most part, and that pisses him off. I think he wishes as 7 times Mr. Olympia to get recognized more by the fans for his 7 Sandos. And when we check this quote he put out there, it says, you don't need to downgrade your accomplishments in order to remain humble. If you put the work in, you deserve to celebrate yourself. And I think this speaks a lot too, because people a lot of times criticize him for is that they say that he's not humble enough, or he's not humble at all. And those two things, who are like a vicious circle, I would say, I think that's really hurting him in an emotional way. And I don't speak about crying or something like that, but I think you get me when you're a fan of the sport for a couple of years. And yeah, the thing is, it was always like that, in bodybuilding, that when you're on top, people will talk about other guys who could potentially beat you, because that keeps it interesting. Back then, Ronnie Coleman, people talked about Jay Cutler to beat him next year. For 8 years, they talked about that. It was something like, you know what I mean? So, or they say, okay, last year he even, I would say, beat him, speaking about his body, but they gave the title to Ronnie again. Okay? Same thing with Arnold. He won it 7 times. Do you don't think that people talked about other people, other legends of the 70s, who could this year win against him, and last year really won the title and deserved it, and are the uncrowned Mr. Olympia? Just check YouTube. You will find a lot of uncrowned Mr. Olympias. It was always like that, but it's just how you respond to that, how you react to that as an athlete. And Arnold reacted to that. Okay, it was different. You didn't have the internet. Today it would be different story, I think. But I really do think so, that today's Arnold still would be, if he would be an athlete right now, he would be more popular than anybody will right now, because he had that charisma that would attract people from other avenues and sports too. And he was confident too, but he wasn't cocky, and that is 2 different words. I wouldn't say that, I don't know, I won't judge Phil, okay? I think I get him, I get his arguments, but I also get the fans' arguments too, because it's not like back then when Ronnie was on top that people didn't talk about Jay and other guys who could beat him. It is how it is. It's a competitive sport. It's not one guy competing against himself. It's one guy competing against 20 guys and 5-6 guys who could be Mr. Olympia potentially. So what's your 2 cents about this? I also do think that his performance and his acting part in Generation Iron 1 hurt his humbleness, because after that, it was a scripted thing. People received him as pretty cocky, and they loved Kai even more after that movie, I would say, in the retro perspective. But back then, also again, an Arnold example, Jack Arnold's part of the Pumping Iron, wasn't it cocky too? But it was different, you know, it wasn't like cocky, it was more confident and a cool guy, okay? I think Phil, talking about those things, you see that he's hurt a little, and he can't handle it the way he should handle it to be recognized more, you know. And laundry is done, so I'll quit this video for today. I hope you get my videos. If you like those kind of videos where I talk about outside of the map, so to say, give it a thumb up, because then I will directly see if you like it or not. Subscribe to my channel, of course. Wish you all the best. Bye.